used to seeing it over here. So that's right. Isn't it? So it says stable connection. We tried to reconnect you. Okay, that now it's fine. So we might have a new subscriber. Well, we do actually. Well, I also wanted to do this. Um, actually, it makes more sense to do this. I'm going to be having dinner soon, so I'm not going to do this as a super long one. I know sometimes they do get long, and sometimes the time really flies. But I don't know. It's just a way of, as we get a viewer right away, I'm not sure if it's Sunny, ironically. It is Sunny, but is it Sunny or somebody else? But don't be shy. Uh, a way of kind of, no, I don't think it is because she left, and I think she'd be more curious because she's met us in person. Although she did kind of, like some people do, like seem to like me. When they meet me and then they say it was nice to talk to you, and blah blah. Anywho, point of the matter is, and I couldn't wait till after dinner because they're going to be eating soon. But it is lovely up, but it's pretty windy and dusty. But no, another sign. I don't want to get. Basically, it does have her name on it, and then has a last name, and I'm not sure. Oh, I suppose supposed to be used for like hot something so that you're not putting them right on the table. I'm not sure. I got two big round yellow things here actually. Where we are using them for like these and such, and I'll do a chakra set. I'll do a chakra thing later. But and we tried to let the dog have one, but he kind of chewed through it pretty quickly, and it was no longer a circle. But it's just a reminder of how always with me. And in one of the other recent videos, also said with Glenn when he's at work. And I feel like maybe she didn't stick around long because she knew that we had other things to do, but that she kind of said that, and I've had them tell me this before. It's like, sometimes they're like, even though I'm not always on it, it's like, they realize that I can sense them more than some of the loved ones. So, just, like with her, I actually was fairly close and had met her a number of times. Some other ones I'm not, and they, I guess Chris probably knows a lot, but I just realized my eyelid looks kind of heavy for some reason. And they can realize that, and so they come visit with me, even if they know that I can't necessarily relay something. But I was just kind of thinking about how am I surprised that I see that all that often? That being the case, especially with the one who I most recently lost, and I don't know. Not necessarily, but given that I can channel, but also that we're fairly closely connected. But she did. I felt like communicate to me that like she can tell that she's got a lot of loved ones that want to feel her presence. She can tell that she's got or just some that could really benefit from it. But like she was saying that her sister, she's often like, is that you? And actually, sounds. I think her sister probably calls her that too, or I think that's you, but I'm not sure. And actually, sometimes asks her to stop messing with it. There's also a part of it in this middle finger. gonna have to be trimmed on this plant, where it sounds like, I don't know, and this may change over time for her, but I'm just trimming this plant here. But it sounds like, she kind of feels like, well, wait, so like, and maybe just those movies which are not realistic, or hear certain things and that makes her anxious. But it sounds like she's kind of like, hey, it's supposed to be, I hate to say the D word because I do and I don't, but I mostly don't believe in it. But she's like, supposed to be dead. Like, what am I feeling? What, So it sounds like she's in some denial stage right now. And she says, it makes her upset, but she does understand. So, but anyway, but she's like, I'm so happy I can talk to you, buddy. That we've been able to kind of rekindle and remain close, all things considered. You're a very special friend, she says. So, yeah, that's nice. I appreciate that. And I am as well. I feel the same. Anyway, just wanted to do a short one. Like I say, this is partly from my own, looking back, some of these things I remember, a lot of it kind of does kind of blur together and feel vague, and I don't necessarily want that to be the case. I mean, not with everything, but, everything that I get from this ability. But yeah, so it's kind of like, I kind of want to, and like I say, to share that it's possible, to share that the specialness of it, I also like as well. So this was just a mini. If you have requests, channeling requests, song topics, feel free to put them in the chats, in the comments. Take care.